America has 700,000 doctors, but fewer than 60,000 veterinarians, even though 2/3 of U.S. households have a pet. Our own resident vet, CBS News correspondent Dr. Debbye Turner Bell, is here to tell us about a creative new program for children, hoping to foster perhaps a little bit more interest in these kids to pick up on the number of vets.
That's exactly right. No, veterinarians go to as much school as human physicians, and most of us will tell you that we've dreamed of being a veterinarian since we were young. Now, one New York City emergency veterinarian is giving children a glimpse into our wonderful profession with a program he calls Little Vets, and it's making a big impact.
Looks like there's a little red in this eye.
These second and third graders haven't earned their doctor's degrees quite yet, but they may be part of the next generation of America's veterinarians, caring for the 93 million cats and 77 million dogs in the U.S.
The breast smells like fish.
She has like dry scalp.
Well, I just really like animals. I want to learn more.
I knew I wanted to be a horse vet, but I didn't know that it was called an equine vet.
But now she does.
You have to use a special test.
Thanks to Dr. David Bessler and Little Vets, a program he started 8 years ago in New York that teaches kids interested in animal care the basics of being a vet.
My real goal is to get kids to not see the natural world as something scary, something that they can approach, open their eyes, look at, and learn about. But look at the ears, make sure there's no red.
On the day we visited, they were learning how to conduct a physical examination, looking into the animal's eyes and ears, even listening to the heart.
Here?
And why does an animal doctor do a physical examination?
Because they need to see if anything's not normal, so they can help it, like make it normal.
So eyes, ears, nose, mouth.
Are you trying to recruit veterinarians of the future?
We are. I think the earlier you can get these kids thinking about being a veterinarian, about veterinary medicine, they can kind of plan their lives accordingly and take in all these experiences from their life and use them later on when they become vets. You hear it?
For Dr. Bessler, it's a profession and a passion he hopes to pass along to these little vets.
I think you can't learn about the world without falling in love with it. And I think the more these kids learn about animals, the more they'll come to love them. Somebody was trying to catch it, maybe.
Absolutely. Little Vets is a 10-week program, and it is the one and only of its kind in the country that we know of, but I know I would have loved it had I had something like this as a child. And incidentally, Erica, the parents who were sitting around the wall during vet school classes were just as enthralled and just as enthusiastic as the kids. They really got into it.
I would think, now so many kids love animals, and so many kids grow up saying, I want to be a vet. But this is really such a hands-on approach.
Yes.
What does Dr. Bessler expect the impact to be, that it will interest them enough or make them realize how serious it is that they want to continue?
Well, he wants to really make an impact, and he chose this age specifically, 7- and 8-year-olds, because they are young enough to be enthralled and mesmerized by things, but old enough to really understand complex concepts. And so he really, he teaches them how to use ultrasound and x-rays, and they have...
All at just 7 and 8 years old.
At 7 and 8 years old, he does something called open fruit surgery, where they practice doing sutures on a banana and things like this. And I can tell you, because I wanted to be a veterinarian from the time that I was that age, it will leave a lasting impact, so that when they make those real decisions, maybe 10 years from now, they'll have this to pull from and say, I know what this is like. I think this is what I want to do.
And you said he's been doing it for 8 years now.
Yes, he started with one of the local museums here, and then now he's set off on his own and sort of expanded it, put his own fingerprints on it. And the kids absolutely love it. When the program's over, they don't want to leave.
At about $700?
It's $700 for 10 weeks, and hopefully other veterinarians will replicate this. This is great recruiting for the profession.
It is great. It would be interesting to see a few years down the line, too, how many kids actually end up in vet school.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe I'll do a follow-up report.
That'd be nice to see.